When God turns the tables, they thought they broke something in you, but what actually shattered was the illusion that you ever needed them to bless what God already anointed. They whispered your name in shadows, but heaven was writing it in fire. You didn't fight back, you didn't clap back. You bled quietly, you forgave silently. You kept worshiping while no one knew what it cost. And now the wind is shifting. God is not just making it right, He's making it beautiful. You are not going back to the same table. That table was too small, too shallow, too fragile. God is building a new one, and when you sit down, it won't be for revenge, it'll be for resurrection. The Lord is saying, I saw what they said when you weren't in the room. I watched how they turned the knife with a smile. I heard the betrayal behind the blessings they pretended to offer. But I have not abandoned you. I've been gathering every word, every wound, every tear. I've been sitting with you in the silence when no one defended you. And now I'm turning the tables, not to embarrass them, but to elevate you. You don't need to explain your side. I am your defender. You don't need to gather allies. I am your shelter. You don't need their apology to heal. You need my presence. Come back to me, not to prove you're strong, but to be safe again. This is not the end. This is the turning. Mental health revelations. Being gossiped about can fracture your sense of safety, especially when it comes from people you once trusted. That fracture often leads to deep self-doubt and emotional fatigue. God doesn't shame you for that, He restores you gently like oil over a wound. But yeah, your grief is layered. It doesn't just hurt your heart, it disrupts your nervous system. That's why you feel tired, scattered on edge. But your body is not betraying you, it's alerting you that you need refuge. Worship isn't a performance, it's a regulation of the soul back into holy alignment. Loss doesn't mean lack. Sometimes God allows the subtraction because He sees that what was around you could not hold the oil. He's now pouring the lost, clear space for glory weighted gain. Caffeinated preparation. I declare God is turning the tables in my favor with no need for revenge. Gossip will become glory. The oil on my life speaks louder than the betrayal behind my back. I don't need their validation to carry God's vindication. What hurt me will now humble me into holy alignment. Every wound is becoming a well of worship. I forgive because I am not a prisoner, I am the healed. I don't need the old table, God is preparing a better one. I am not who their words try to define, I am who His word is already anointed. I am coming back to the heart of worship, stronger, softer, and more whole. 10 heavenly whispers. When I never stopped writing your name while they tried to rise in anger, rise in worship. You didn't lose your voice, you just stopped sharing it with the wrong ears. For I will redeem you in such a way that you won't even want revenge. There's oil leaking from your scars, that's why it hurts, and that's why it heals. 6, you're not overreacting, you're overwriting the script they tried to assign you. You are not their rumor, you are my remnant. 8, I prepared a table not in secret, but in the presence of the ones who doubted you. 9, the loss you grieved is the gain you didn't know how to ask for. 10, you're not starting over, you're starting higher. Pain. Dear Lord Jesus, you saw the gossip that hit like arrows in the dark. You heard the betrayal that echoed louder than my prayers some days. You watched me try to stay soft when everything in me wanted to go numb. But you never left. You held my tears in your hands. You counted my silences like psalms. You sat with me while I buried parts of me that were misunderstood. And now you're raising me, not with pride but with peace, not with performance but with presence, not with applause but with holy stillness. Take me back to the heart of